Hello, today is July 7th, 2017, and we're going to try something pretty ambitious here. I think this is going to be the first attempt at a ride around Pigeon Lake. 63, somewhere between about 55 and 63 kilometers. It is a hot day. There's heat warnings, so we're trying to plan accordingly. We've got 3 liters of water in here. Plus, this carries my entire spares kit. So, as riding around a lake as a VAD patient goes, we should be pretty well prepared. We'll check in along the way and see how things are going. So we're pretty much ready to go here. The temperature is already 29 degrees as we are leaving, and it hasn't reached the full heat of the day. This is going to be interesting, and we'll be doing it quite carefully. My INR is quite high right now, which means my blood is pretty thin, and most things get thinner when they heat up, so I am thinking we'll have to do this with a degree of caution. This is the pack here that's pretty much complete and ready to go. All the spares go in the big sack in the back. I've got a battery in each side. My controller's right here, so I'm pretty much unencumbered. I feel very old normal at this point. So we're gonna head out and we'll check in at about a third of the way around the lake, or sooner if something interesting happens. Hi again, and welcome to Mission Beach. This is about a third of the way around the lake, and frankly, I'm having the best ride I've had since before the heart attack. This is going great. I'm feeling good, got lots of energy, and yeah, I'm just really grateful that I've been able to do this again. One of the things that I wondered about a lot when I got the VAD was just what my life would be like, how much I'd have to give up, and how normal would be. And it's just an absolute blast here to, for the first time since last fall, be doing something that I used to do and feeling as good as I used to feel with it. That's just great. I'm curious to see how the rest of the lake ride will go. We'll check in again at about the halfway point when we get to the provincial park, but right now I'm just really happy and really having fun. And big shout out to my VAD trained handler there behind the camera. Thank you, Ruth. To the VAD team at the U of A Mazankowski, Dr. Holger Buchholz, who turned me into this biomechanical freak that keeps me going. So it's a good day and part of a good year that started kind of crappy, but it's getting better. So here we are at about the halfway point. We're at the provincial park now, roughly 30 kilometers into the ride, maybe a little bit less. It could be argued that this is actually more than halfway in terms of effort, because we just put behind us 2 of the nastiest hills in the entire ride, in between the Mission Beach where we checked in last time and now. 32 degrees on the thermometer going up those 2 hills. It's very exhausting. My handler here is showing early signs of heat exhaustion, so we're going to rest here for a little while and just cool down a bit before we continue on. The next phase of this is dirt single track and double track. It's mostly shaded, and we're getting past the heat of the day anyway, so I think I think things will go a little bit better from here. I'm very happy with how it went going up those 2 hills, and I think that that probably warrants another shout out to Grant and Dave and Tina and everybody at the Jim Pattison Center for Heart Health, because they really have brought me back from the point where I couldn't support my own weight to being able to claw my way up a couple of very steep hills under less than optimal conditions. Here we are at Norris Beach. This represents 2/3 of the way around the lake, and it's going okay. We've slowed down the pace a little bit in the last while because my handler Ruth was just on the edge of heat exhaustion. And we're trying to keep it so that she basically gets rid of more heat than she produces. So with the temperature in the area of still 26, 27, 28 degrees, that means a pretty slow ride. I think as soon as we get down around 24, things get a lot better, and I think we have to worry a little bit less, but we're just taking it slow for that reason. I'm doing all right. I'm managing my body temperature pretty well. I'm tired but pretty comfortable, so we're going to keep going here, and we'll check in a little bit later on in the ride. You know, new normal ain't half bad. We're checking in from the final quarter of the ride. I'm right about in the middle of the Four Bands First Nations Reserve. On a lonely, deserted gravel road here. Pretty close to the lake, not far off the lake. And at this point, I think it's pretty clear that I'm going to make it home. Temperature has dropped to 22 degrees now, so heat is no longer an issue. And it's just a really nice, comfortable evening ride at this point. So we'll check in again later, but I'm not really that far from where we started, and I think we're gonna make it. Oh, I am so close now. I'm just about home. Look at that, still 22 degrees. Just starting to spit a little bit of rain. If I had any further to go, I'd have to get out the poncho and cover up all my electronics so I don't short out. But here it is. This is where it all began. I have circumnavigated Pigeon Lake. Ah, it's bumpy. There we go. And that's it. Let's see how we did. 34.76 miles. So 57 kilometers probably. Work that out. Average speed of 8.1 miles per hour. Ride time of 4 hours, 15 minutes and 7 seconds. My best time on this when I was actually fit and really pushing myself was an hour, 59 minutes, 50 seconds. A typical ride for me is about 3 hours. And so I'll take 4:15 with the LVAD. We were deliberately taking it slow for a lot of this ride because of the temperature, so I'm pretty sure I could get that well under 4 hours with a little bit of effort. Our altitude gain for the ride was 980 feet, which works out to about 299 meters. That's significant because it's really the hills that'll make or break a ride. The cool part is I'm able to do what I did before. And new normal seems to be a lot like old normal, so I'll take it. I'm very happy with this. I thoroughly enjoyed the ride, and it felt a lot like doing this before the heart attack. So I'm elated. I'm pleased. So I guess that's it for this edition of Life on Batteries. We'll see you again soon for the next adventure.